I try to change, manipulate my mates. Narcissistic and them bitter. It's not about you, it's for my you. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me, baby. You're telling me not to worry about your wife. Everything's gonna be alright. Bound to going on the road with your friends. They hook you up on a karaoke ends. With another girl, my eyes confirm. I can do better on my own in this world. Tell me worry about which is our life. Bring a fire, something that's gonna have a new king. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me, baby. Oh, yeah. No other man never know how to do this. Them a try change, manipulate my men. Narcissistic and them bitter. It's not about you, it's for my new. You're the only one for me. You're the only one who saw the real me. You're the only one for me.
I hope you cuddled up, cause this is passion on
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments. And
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E, the music maestro.
Hello, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Mr. E-Boss of the Southside Bosses. We going here live on Passion Hour for BOSS Radio, baby. You know what we do on Sunday nights around this time. This is What Would You Do podcast on BOSS Radio. So y'all already know we come up with some great scenarios, and tonight we got a wonderful scenario for you ladies out there. So before we actually get into it, I just want to ask everybody to go ahead and make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share us to all of your favorite to all of your family members. We are on your favorite streaming service. We're on iTunes, iPod, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, excuse me, and more. So make sure y'all follow us on your favorite streaming service, and we got you. We're gonna make sure you stay laughing around here. Alrighty, so we don't get it down on What Would You Do podcast without my beautiful co-host, Miss E Squared. How you doing in the building today? You doing good, woman?
Hey, what's up, you guys? How are y'all feeling?
Already. And we got three wonderful guests in the building. We're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. How y'all ladies doing? Marie, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, my name is Marie, and I'm with Neighbors Helping Neighbors 361, and I also do a business on the side as well with KGiana Party Event.
Already. Connie, you want to go next?
Sure, my name's Connie. I'm the owner CEO of Moi XO Radio. Same application with Boss Radio as well. You just see the one with the big red lips on there. It says Kiss the Boss. That's me.
Already, Michelle, how you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Michelle. I'm a licensed clinical
clinical social worker. I practice in California, Texas, Alabama. I am a board member of the Hank I. Robinson Foundation, where we have disadvantaged schools and children across the world. That is cool.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
We're trying to get that something going on with Michelle going to Africa. Last year you guys went to Ghana, right?
Correct. We went to Ghana and did a special project with a group of children out of Markabam outside of Accra, Ghana.
Oh man, Accra, yeah, that's my city right there. That's exactly where I want to move to. I've already scoped out some land out there and everything, but man, it's lovely to have y'all ladies to join us this evening. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. So let's figure out, tonight, I wanted just nothing but ladies, you know what I'm saying, because this night is going to be a topic that we actually need to discuss. Gentlemen, we are going to find out if size matters.
And we're not talking about your shoes.
Right. So, the scenario that we're going to approach tonight and find out what you ladies would do, it goes like this. I have a question for y'all. So let's say you meet a man and y'all converse and everything is great. The vibe is perfect. Y'all really digging each other. You go on a couple of dates just to see how the vibe will continue and how well you communicate and interact with each other and so on and so forth. You start to realize that he's a really good guy. He handles his business as a man. He's hardworking. He's good looking. He don't run the streets. He treats you the way you wanted to be treated and all that other good stuff. But when it comes time for y'all to be intimate, you find out that he's either inadequate in the bedroom, meaning he doesn't last long, or he's smaller than you expected. Do you still give him a chance because he's a real good guy and he treats you very well, or do you cut him off because he's not what you expect in the bedroom? What would you say?
You pick who you want to go first, I guess.
Okay, well, we'll go in the order that y'all was introduced as. Marie, what you say?
Okay, I say yes. I still stay with him.
Okay.
Yes, because yes, sex is good and all and everything and stuff is very important in bed and everything, but being treated, how you want to be treated is more important, because I would rather be with somebody where I can at least teach him and everything and stuff, and there's other things to do besides, okay, he can't last long or anything else. There's other stuff, but I'd rather be treated with more respect and be treated as a queen versus being out somewhere else, being with someone else who's gonna give me good in bed, but yet treat me like shit.
Okay.
Right.
All right, I get it. All right, what about you, Connie? How you do?
Yeah. Well, here's my philosophy about this. A lot of people just need to be grown when it comes to the bed thing. If you educate yourself, let me put it that way, on how you can keep him aroused longer, little tricks to the trade, so to speak. If not, talk to the girls about it or something. Shoot, they can brief you. It's not, the sexual aspect of it isn't 100% by any means. Of course, it helps. Don't get me wrong, but there's so much knowledge out there and so many things that people can interact together, maybe experience that they haven't experienced. Because men, whether they want to admit it or not, really want to do that one thing with you that they ain't never done with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So, if you get the communication flowing, have your date nights, I think it's really cool if your guy picks you up, like you didn't know each other kind of thing, playing thing, and you just run up to a hotel and do it. But, if you're having problems in that area, I studied human sexuality and sexual behavior, so there's not a whole lot people can say to me that's going to make me go, oh my gosh, but it's out there, it's available for you, and there's ways to get around that part. As far as the size goes, that says a lot about you as a woman. If you run around, now this is my personal opinion, if you run around going, oh, I got to have the big one, that tells me a whole lot about your vagina. So, I'm
Real talk.
Open doors, baby. Open doors.
there's open that door. But there's things that a female can do in order to accommodate herself with him.
Right. Michelle, what do you think?
I agree with Marie and Connie. No, size does not matter, and yes, it's worth giving somebody a chance. If you guys are vibing, and you guys have to learn each other and learn how to please each other. So it takes two to tango. So the woman can't put it all on the man, and it takes both of you working together to keep that connection going and growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, to me, it's just like when you're losing your virginity, you don't know what the heck you're doing. You don't know how long you're lasting in there and stuff when you're in bed. So it just you gotta experience and give it a try every time. Keep playing.
to me, I'm going to sit there and say, I'm going to play devil's advocate. But I really can't, because I was about to say size does matter. But in all actuality, I agree with Connie. If you run around, because I actually had a friend of mine that was all like, I need a dude that's 10 inches or more. I was like, girl, bye. I mean, why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're doing all these certain measurements, he got to be 10 to 12 inches. He has to be between 3 and 5 inch girth. What are you dealing with? Because, I mean, it's like Connie said and Michelle said and Marie. If you're a virgin or if you're not out there that much, it's not going to matter the size of a man, because a woman can please herself. All she has to do is teach him. He can teach her what he likes. There's toys. There's videos. There's so many things out there to help you in the sexual department. Also, it's about intimacy. That's something that you're going to need when you get older. Or what if you can't have sex? What if you cannot physically do the act, but this dude still wants to be with you? You know what I'm saying? What if it flips around like that? Oh, you sitting there thinking,
together.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where it counts.
Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. Now, I got some follow-up questions for each one of y'all. I was listening to what y'all was actually saying, and I got some questions to actually, to see where you actually stand on your answer. And I want to start with Marie. Marie, the way you were saying, it was pretty much, it doesn't matter about the sex, as long as he treats you that way or whatever. What if you're sexually frustrated? What happens then? What happens when you got to get your rocks off, but this is not the person that's going to get your rocks off? We men have this thing called blue balls. I don't know if y'all women have blue clits.
Women do as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so with that being said, Marie, how would you go about that?
I mean, there's toys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never, had that situation, but
we want to make a check mark on the chalkboard.
Right?
Give a shout out to your husband without giving a shout out to your husband.
Congratulations.
I mean, that's what I was. I mean, to me, there's toys and everything to pleasure myself. Yeah, I couldn't answer that, because, I'm not going to go and, decide I'm going to go find somebody else behind your back because you're not giving me pleasure.
So cheating is completely off the table, right?
I'm sorry?
So cheating is completely off the table.
Oh, yes, completely. Because no, I'm not going to go off and cheat on you just because you can't pleasure me in bed and everything. No, of course you're going to be able to pleasure me, sometimes at least, if you're that small or whatever.
Okay.
Mind over matter.
Now here's a follow-up question.
I couldn't give you the experience, because like I said, I don't know. But I'm not going to, their cheating is off the table, though.
Okay, so here's a follow-up question. What about when you're because when we get sexually frustrated, you get frustrated. do you take that out on him? How do you go work out? Do you go for a run? Do you beat his ass? I mean, like, what actually can that man be expecting?
He might like that. Hey, like Connie said, that may be something that you get off in the bedroom. Shoot. Yeah, when you get sexually frustrated, you take it out on him.
I'd probably go and work out and everything. I mean, I wouldn't work out because that would be a lot. That would be me lying saying I'm working out because I'm not, because I don't.
Start just in case. No.
Oh, I'm good. I don't need to.
What about
I should work out, but not working out because, not getting good pleasure. So, just saying.
All right, Connie, would it benefit you to teach them how?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Would it
do? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Would it benefit you to teach them?
Well, you have to take that in consideration of who you're with. Some men don't like to be taught; they like to be the aggressor. But if you're smart about it, you really are teaching them as well.
Right.
If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Yeah. If some men are rather intimidated by toys as well. So you have to find your way around that of introduction if that's important to you.
Man, it's okay. It's okay to be intimidated by toys. It's okay. Don't. Please don't take that to heart. It's okay.
But some men are, some aren't. Some enjoy it. I mean, it's an individual thing. But I think it depends on their relationship. Because I think men crave to be, like, here, let me rip your clothes off and throw you down kind of thing. I mean, I don't know too many of them that aren't into that once in a while. Maybe not every day. Sometimes every day. But yeah, I think you can teach them what you want, because sometimes you need to teach them what you need in order for them to fulfill what you desire.
Okay. So what you're pretty much saying is it doesn't even matter if they're inadequate in bed or not. You may have to teach that person how to satisfy you, because even though they may be adequate in the bed, they may not be like to where they're hitting your spot, right?
Exactly. Not all women are the same.
Okay, I get that. And Michelle, I just got a question for you. Like, how would you fill the void? How would you, like, you don't have what you want in bed? How would you fill that void?
I mean, if you're with a man that's one-dimensional, sex is more than penetration. There's so many other things, like Erica mentioned earlier. There's so many other things that play into that intimacy. It happens most of the time and starts outside of the bedroom. And so it's going to be 3, 4, 5 dimensions to pleasing someone. And like Connie said, each woman is different in how they are pleased and how they are stimulated. So again, it's back to the point, we're vibing. So we need to take our vibing to another level and learn how to please each other in the bedroom. And that will take some work, some conversation, and just finding a common ground so you can both be pleased in the bedroom.
Or in the kitchen, or, on the balcony.
Exactly.
Wherever.
Exactly.
Right, because to me, that's where open, effective communication comes in. And it's like Connie said, all women aren't the same, and Marie said, all men aren't the same. So you can't get with this partner and expect him to know your body or you know his, because like I said earlier, it could be vice versa. He may be inadequate, but it may be something that that you need to do for him to get you to that point, and so he can get you to that point. Yeah. So that's where y'all need to talk and have that conversation. Most people, they don't like having that conversation because they already like to think, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm the queen in the bedroom, or I'm the king in the bedroom. No, you're not. You think you're doing something, but let me tell you, bro.
Even after for me and everything and stuff, even after 17 years, we still like to talk about, okay, how was it? Did you like it? Do I need to improve? Something else to where, okay, let's try it this way. and everything next time. So that way is, it spice it up a little bit. Okay, we already done this and everything and stuff, so let's try something else and stuff. So, I mean, like I said, after 17 years, you would think that, we've been expert in bed, but we're still having conversations of what do we want to improve with each other in bed.
Yeah, but they're healthy, though.
Exactly. That is very healthy. So, I mean...
Well, there's something else that if you're a real advocate of toys, like being single, and you're an advocate of toys because you're not jumping around all over the place, sometimes women have to take in consideration that men don't feel like toys. So if you back off your toy, sometimes it takes up to 3 months, then you will get more of that sexual vibe from the male.
What do you mean?
Well, because certain toys that depending on what you use, it's stronger vibration.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That type of stuff. Men are not, they don't function that way. They don't vibrate.
So are you saying that toys can make y'all desensitized?
Actually, toys can make you desensitized because they aren't the man, they aren't the human. Even if it's a female, your tongue or your finger or your penis is not going to act like a toy, and it's not going to feel that. So if you get more pleasure with your toy than you do with a human, that can be a mental issue, and it can also be a physical issue right there.
Sure.
So what you're saying is
a lot to do with the feelings. So
right.
if y'all ever get in a situation that, of course, you're used to just your toys being your besties, and you start getting in a relationship and you wonder why your shit ain't working, that may be why.
Exactly.
So what you're telling me is pretty much a lot of the times when these women say these men ain't shit, I don't even need them to fuck. They saying that they rather have RoboCock 3000 over here and shit, and they pussy ain't no good for no dick anyways, right?
Saying all that,
I'm sorry, that's all I heard. I'm sorry. Did I get it wrong? Did not do it right?
No, it's like she was saying. Sorry, it's the feeling. It's this really strong, vibrant feeling that the human body, your partner, cannot give you. So because you get addicted to that feeling, you have to desensitize yourself from those in order to be in a normal level.
True.
Because otherwise you're really not, you're going to feel him, yeah, but I mean, you're not going to have, oh, I need to buzz it from low to medium to high. Okay, I'm there, because it don't work like that.
Okay, so let's throw a monkey wrench in this. Let's say instead of him being too small, they're too big.
Oh, no, you're not getting no play.
She's like, oh, hell no.
Sorry. I mean, sometimes, that's something that you have to go slow with and stuff, because I've been there and done that, and I was like, nah, you got to go, bro. I love my insides. I don't like being choked to death. It was just uncomfortable. A lot of men really think that you have to be so well endowed, so huge to make the woman feel better. No, you don't. That's very uncomfortable at times.
Yeah. And again, it's about learning to accommodate your body to his as well, and it takes time. Yeah.
Right.
If they're not taking into consideration, like Erica said, that their size could actually be an advantage to you, and they're rough and not being gentle enough, no, it's not going to work.
Well, I think that falls along the lines of lubrication, lots of lubricant. Get a 55-gallon drum and just lube. It's slow pace.
Well, okay, but what if you're in there, Connie, and like you're saying, okay, this is the first time you're with this dude. Y'all kissing and touching and everything is going good. The lights are out. You wet as a waterfall. He's ready to go. He rock hard and stuff like that. And next thing you know, you like, hold up, wait a minute. Bro, what is that? Let me hold on. I'm not comfortable. Let me turn the lights on. And then you see a freaking snake. You see an anaconda. You be all like, what the Hades is that? What is that? Let me turn my lights on.
I'm in the room.
Right. Who came in the room? Who else in here? I remember when, true story, I remember when I was young, like Lil Kim said, I wasn't ready back then. So I was young, and I was all like, wait a minute. I was all like, girl, I flipped them lights on. I was like, yeah, I had to get dressed. He was like, where you going? I was like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm not grown. I can't deal with that. I bowed out gracefully.
I'm going to tell you something it scared the living out of me, and true story was first time I saw a guy that wasn't circumcised, scared the shit out of me. I thought something was wrong with him.
Oh, yeah. That's so ugly.
That one scared me too.
And unhealthy.
I seen that too, and I was all like, I don't want to put him out there, but I was all like, bro, what's wrong with that? If you want us to be together, I'm going to need you to get that fixed.
I said,
Maybe at that point I'd be like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna have to go. It's good, giving me everything that I want, but you're not circumcised. Nope, you gotta go.
You gotta get that fixed. I thought something was wrong.
So, gentlemen, they are not trying to search for the cock. Don't let them search for the cock where they're small or uncircumcised. Just don't. If they gotta search for the cock, man, just go ahead and be a woman. Just go ahead with it.
But I mean, I'm glad I had the experience because now I understand. But back then, I was like, "What the hell's wrong with that?" They don't teach you that in sex ed class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, ladies, I got a good question for y'all because this is actually something, and I hope you, Marie, Connie, and Michelle, y'all can actually, shed some light on this because a lot of the times these men they keep talking about the women being too dry. Now, I've never had this happen to me, so I'm actually very curious about why does this happen to these men?
A lot of times it's a hormone issue as well. I mean, as women get older and their hormone levels are different, or maybe they were going through menopause or whatever it may be, that can happen. That's why people have lubrications out there. And you can go too long and dry up too. I mean, some people have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going for, especially if sex is way too long. If it's already past, an hour and everything, and you're still doing it, yeah, you're gonna dry up. You better go down and get it wet again.
Well, a lot of it, like with if you've had surgeries, or if the mental just ain't right, or so it can be a whole lot of things. Women, we're different creatures, so I mean it. A lot of people think that women aren't like men. Yeah, you can go out there and just hook up with somebody like that, but a lot of times we're emotional. To me, I think we need, speaking from experience and from a lot of my female friends that I have, you have to have some type of connection with the dude in order for it to be the best sex or the best relationship or just the best. Am I right, Michelle, Connie, Marie?
Yeah, we have an emotional attachment.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that emotional attachment, let's say something like, would that emotional attachment allow oral sex to take, like the replace of penetration? Like, okay, let's start with Michelle. Like, would you consider oral sex? He got a hurricane tongue. This motherfucker got a typhoon tongue, but the dick is small, or the dick ain't really all there. Could that be a good substitute for you?
That's what I was talking about earlier about the toolkit. Gotta have very many dimensions other than penetration. So all of the above coming to the table is nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, you Maria? What you think?
I agree. With who are they?
Michelle.
Is that Connie?
No, it's Michelle.
Yes, I agree with Michelle.
Here comes Connie. Connie.
Uh-oh, watch out. I agree with that as well, ladies. However, men need to understand that just because they've been operating in an oral sex capacity does not mean that all women are satisfied the same way orally.
Right.
Certain women do not like certain things that you think, oh, I'm going to do that to her because I just, everybody, the last 150 women I've been with love this.
Exactly.
So if she tells you not to do something, then don't do it. Right. Messing up her whole thing there.
Because you're going to get your feelings hurt when you be all like, dang, I thought we was doing good. Or when you finally ask her, was it this? Because then she's going to get fed up and be like, no, you did this, this, and this. You don't know how to do this, this, and this. I'm going to need you to be here with me because I don't know who you're with, but it's not with me and it's not working.
Right. And if you hear the key words, don't stop, that means whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it.
Right. Don't be all like, wait, what? What am I doing?
Exactly. You better wait.
Come up like a gopher.
Come up like a gopher. Be like, wait, what? Right here?
Is it spring? No, go ahead. Go ahead. I think that was Marie. You was going to say something.
I'm sorry?
I thought you were going to say something, Marie. Who did I just cut off? I didn't mean to cut nobody off.
We was all talking and laughing. I don't know.
Okay, so now let me ask y'all a question. Has anybody on this phone call ever experienced tantra sex?
Yes.
A what?
Tantra sex. That's where the intimacy comes into play. Where you're physical, but not physical. There's no penetration. There's no oral. It's just mind over matter and body sensuality. When you've experienced that, it's like, okay, kind of like if you're getting a massage, both of y'all are naked. Okay, like y'all are gonna jump into penetration or stuff. What you're doing, you're learning each other. Mind, body, soul, spirit, all of that. But you're not physically touching each other in the genitals. And if you are, there's no penetration. Right. You're not going, he's not going into you. You're not putting your mouth on him or anything like that. It's just lightly, featherly touching that person all over their body.
Like a major stimulation.
Yes. Yeah. That's tantra sex. You're stimulating the mind. You're stimulating the body without penetration. And sometimes that can be the best. I mean, it brings you a lot closer to that person. That's something that you do with someone that you really want to be with long term. That's not something that you just do with, okay, yeah, we've been talking for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Or, you know.
That actually what is actually my real question. Is that something that would be, like, let's say you end up getting him to actually want to get involved with tantra sex. Would you just deal with away with them to even trying to teach him penetration? I mean, he's once you experience tantra sex, I mean, I guess that's a question for somebody who would actually know and have actually experienced tantra, in order to be able to have a good evaluation of that. But
like I said, to me, that level, that's a whole nother intimacy. That's a whole nother level of, okay, I want to be with this person. That's a whole nother level of, let's take this relationship further. Because you don't want to do that. To me, you just don't want to do that with anybody. And then you be like, oh, you finna go do it with her too? Or he's going to be like, how many people you done this with? I don't feel special. Or, you know what I'm saying? What was you about to say, Connie?
What I was going to say is sometimes once you get to that level in a relationship with someone, you can automatically do that without giving it a name.
True.
Sometimes people aren't really up on names for specific type of things as well, but that can definitely happen during that relationship without them really knowing what it's called.
Right. And Marie or Michelle, what y'all being married and stuff like that, like you said, or being in different long-term relationships, that's something that you say, okay, let me do something different. You know, like you said, y'all are trying to do something different. Y'all been together 17 years. Let's try this. Because you do want to do different things in the bedroom to keep things interesting. Spice it up.
And it's very much of a body explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to talk about explosions.
Be quiet.
Now,
I think some people don't understand that there's a lot of different erotic areas in the body, just like behind the knees, on men, and behind the knee. A lot of people go, "What is that?" But there's different ways that you can fondle behind the knee, and it's very sexual to them. As an example.
Now, you're right about that. Now let's try to flip it on the flip side. Now we talked about men that are inadequate. What about men that are too adequate? Too much, like they used to actually take classes for sex, like porn. You could tell they used to be a porn star or some shit like that. Is that too overwhelming for y'all?
He's doing the most. Yeah, no.
Well, when I lived in Las Vegas, my next door neighbor was a porn star.
Is that Michelle or Connie?
This is Michelle.
Okay.
And we would always talk about different things, and how she described the men in the porn. I mean, she said the men in the porn industry were pigs. They were arrogant. They were full of themselves. So a lot of times, having too many skills, too much self-confidence can come off as a turn-off.
Yep. Yeah.
Who are you doing this with? Or you got to be with somebody all the time because you think you're so great. So sometimes that can be a turnoff because they can't achieve that level of intimacy because they're so focused on the physical act.
Right.
Right, and like you got to live up to their expectations. So what's the fun of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because not everybody is gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much if a man has probably had too much experience, that he probably you feel like his expectations will be a little higher, right? Because he knows exactly what pleases him, and maybe some of that stuff you're not willing to do. What happens?
Exactly.
Then you're not with him anymore. Because if you don't remove yourself, he definitely will. He'll tell you, look, I mean, you cool and all, but you can't keep up with me.
Or the worst case scenario, he decides to take what he wants from you, and that's exactly what we don't want. So that's actually that would be a red flag. A man that's actually too experienced in the bedroom, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you have to understand, some women don't like married males. We don't want to hear about you're all that because that's your past history. Let's worry we got going on.
But I also don't want. I wouldn't want to be with somebody who has too much experience and everything, and that's all they want in bed. Because I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
I couldn't compete with that at all.
Yeah, me either.
Oh yeah, and you shouldn't have to feel like it's a competition. And am I better than this one, that one, or 1,500 other people? You have to build a relationship on one-on-one, not where you've been.
But I wouldn't even if he would be. I mean, to me and everything, if you're that active, you would want it constantly, every day. I couldn't do it every day.
Wow.
I couldn't. No. I couldn't do it every day. I'd be like, you know what? There's a TV right there. Turn it on and have fun.
Well, I think you need to send them to the computer screen. They can go ahead and get on Pornhub.com.
And then don't come out and ask them what's all over that TV, okay?
Just come out with the Lysol, start spraying. Oh man. Okay. Now I do have one more question before I actually, let y'all ladies wrap it up, because it seems like it takes a balance, a real good balance, in order to be able to actually get somebody that can actually please you. It doesn't sound like you're asking for much. I mean, I don't want to sound like one of them pick-me dudes making a pick-me post on a pick-me podcast or anything like that. But from what I've gathered, you know what I'm saying, because I've been taking notes. It sounds like there's an equal balance that needs to take place in order to be able to satisfy a full dynamics of a full relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, so what else did we not cover in, even in the bedroom? Well, what else did we not cover that you think that men need to know in order to be able to, in order to get more, because they want more of a JJ. So in order to do that, they have to be good at what they do. And like you already said, being too confident, knowing too much, being over professional, that's kind of a turn off. What would exactly be the exact turn on for you? And I'll let you ladies go one at a time. We'll start from the way that we introduced you. Marie, you want to go first?
No.
She said no.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, go first.
I just think, like I said earlier, it's just important. Intimacy starts outside of the bedroom. And like you mentioned in the scenario, you're vibing with this person. So if you're continuing that, you're continuing to show that attention and give and receive that attention, you, again, communicate and transfer that to the bedroom and build on that. And again, pull all the tools out of the toolkit and make it a 3, 4, 5-dimensional sexual experience, intimate experience. You can't lose because you're both giving and taking and contributing to that relationship.
I totally agree with Michelle.
I like that.
That's A100. Like I said, it's all about that effective communication. Also them love languages, quality time, gifts or affirmation, physical touch. You need all of that to, even before you get into a relationship with somebody, to make it in the bedroom, to make it, okay, yes, I can look past his little size, or I can look past him getting to the finish line too quick. All this is stuff that we can work on, and I like him enough that I'm willing to work on it with him. Because I like this dude, and I can see a future with him, or I can see a little bit of long term with him.
Yeah.
So I like that.
And speaking of love languages, Erica, there is an app called Love Nudge that where you can take the assessment test and look at your love language and look at your partner's love language and do activities to actually feed those love languages to make it better.
I think, yes, we're going to be getting into that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's definitely. Connie, what you think, though? What should us as men actually take into and keep in mind whenever we're trying to actually make somebody stay? Because everybody got their games they play whenever they want somebody for that moment. But what about when they want to make somebody stay? What do you think? What do you say about that?
Well, I think initially when the conversation or the relationship gets to that point of sexuality, that some people aren't as open-minded as other people. I'm going to rephrase it that way. They're not willing to really do certain things. I'm a firm believer I'll try it once, but hey, if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I think a lot of that has to come with the communication beforehand, what their expectations are, things that they give some people a little more freakier than other people. Some people get really turned off or scared as they that person. So I think if you kind of put offers on the table, it makes people a little more comfortable with each other than it would be for them to get surprised.
Okay. Good. I like that.
That is more on the lines of how I think. That this is great that you ladies took the time, except for Marie, to break down.
I think Marie is ready. I think Marie just didn't want to go first. What you got, Marie?
I really don't want to go first to go now.
But to me and everything, communication is very important to me. If I want someone to stay with me, is, like I said, it is communication. Sex is not something that's that's big on the table, to where you have to, in order to stay with me, or in order for me to stay with you, you have to give me good sex. As long as you're able to, I know that I can see a future with us. That's what I want. I'd rather want to be with somebody who I can see a future versus whether you're gonna give me good sex in bed because I know later down the road and everything when we get old you ain't gonna be able to give me that, and I'm not gonna be able to give you that as well. So to me, it's like I said, communications and being there, intimate, is very important to me. So
yep,
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All of us had very good responses, you know.
And I just want to say this because it's very rare that you actually have a full conversation about relationships. And especially, I'm sorry, ladies, y'all are one of a kind because neither one of you this whole time about a relationship brought up paying bills. I just want to say that y'all prove that even though that may be something that is a part of your individual dynamics of the relationship you would want, neither one of you actually brought that up. And that goes to show that it is deeper, very much deeper than finances. Finances didn't come up not one time in this whole scenario because simple fact, you already know that this person is a great person, so he's going to take care of you. You understood that. And it's sad that, and I'm talking about on both sides of the fences, men and women, that it comes to a point, men say that they shouldn't have to pay a woman's bill to have sex with them, which they are right, but at the same time, though, if you care about this person, instead of just wanting to have sex with this person, you would want to see this person being in a better position that they are already in, whether they're already succeeding or not. And as a woman, that's not something that you're selling your body at. You're not selling your body for fight. He has to be a rich person, or he has to be able to take me to anywhere but Red Lobster, or you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. You look at that person. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go for a broke man. That's not what I'm saying. But not one time did you even think about the man being broke because you already know that's not somebody that you would be. He wouldn't be a person to treat you right, because if he's not treating himself right in order to keep from being broke, then he won't treat you right.
Right.
So I'm just going to say thank you for being able to have a whole 50-minute conversation about a relationship, and not once did it turn financial.
Well, we're one of a kind ladies, like you said.
I mean, he's there for you, and he's everything that you want. So why do we need to bring up financial when he's everything that we want already?
Right.
And then, a lot of times men, I think, fail to understand that we just want some of your time, that's all.
Exactly.
Want some of your time.
Thank you. So these men who go on all these ego trips or get depressed or get into their own feelings, if they feel that they can't pay the bills, or I'm not able to do this for you, or I'm not able to do that. But did I ask you to? I mean, that's all fine and great, but bro, you're asking what I want. I want your time. I want your love. I want your concern. I love that concern that you feeling that way, but trust me, you don't have to feel that way because I'm not making a big deal about it. So don't put yourself under undue stress because them your feelings as a quote unquote man.
Right. I mean, you got to understand and everything. I mean, if we're not bringing up financial and everything, is knowing that we got you as well. We're going to take care of us. Whether you're low and you're low on cash and everything, I got you. Don't worry about it. We will find our ways.
Right, because
we're just like sex. You work together.
Exactly. It's all about communication. That's all. All we ask for is attention. We just want your attention. You don't have to go and take us to in a very expensive or fancy place. We just want you to sit down here with us. Sit down, watch a movie, cuddle, talk. That's all it is.
Some popcorn or something, whatever.
Where you at, Michelle?
If you can't give us good in bed, at least give us all the attention that we want.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that you got to be dead broke. I'm not saying that we're going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? That we're going to take care of you. And then, especially if you see that, I don't have to work, or I ain't got to to
that's
do
a different
anything,
story.
that's a completely different story. That's not what we're saying. Don't get it twisted, fellas.
This. You may not have to make as much as I do. I don't have to make as much as you do, but you've got to have a reason to get up and get out of bed.
Right. Right, it got to be something. And yeah, I do like being pampered, and I don't like to just pamper myself, but if you ain't got it this time to pamper me, that doesn't mean that I'm still not going to do for me, because I was doing for me before you got here. So, and the fact that you are here with me and we're here together, it's like Marie said, don't worry, I got it. I'm not going to stop doing me. I'm going to do me, you, and you're also going to do for me. We're going to do for each other.
Yeah. That's true. If I go get my petty, you can go with me.
Exactly.
Hey, I took my husband for the first time getting a petty and everything, and he actually enjoyed it, so.
I took Eric, we actually had a good time. Eric was all like, let's go.
I'm glad I didn't care about her saying that on live radio.
Yes. Oh, well.
It feels good.
Michelle, where you at? Did you fall off, babes?
But I mean, you're doing something with the woman, you know. You're doing something that she enjoys and everything, and you're just spending time with her. That's the important thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. You're right about that. You know, that's
whether a lot of men think that it's just for women and it's not a manly thing. You know, if you know that your woman likes getting her mani and petty done, and you know, go over there with her and sit there with her, and she's gonna enjoy it. She's going to love it, knowing that you're there with her.
Right. Now, I feel you on that. And see, that's one thing that with us as men, actually, I ain't gonna lie, this is something that we actually got to understand. We already see time as being money. So if we're willing to get out there and make the money so we can take care of them, I mean, spending time is just as much as spending money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you're good at doing feet, I'll let you do mine. I mean, you know.
No, I'm still gonna go get mine done.
Let him rub those feet, girl.
It's a difference between rubbing the feet, but when it comes down to like the pedicure and stuff like that, come on now. No, you're not about to get close with clippers, get me hangnails, and you know, no.
No, mine will actually paint my toes if I ask him, so I'm good with that.
See, there you go.
I'm still working on trying to get my hair and scalp greased, so.
I think that's sexy when a guy will paint your toenails.
I don't know how to part hair.
I think it's sexy when they know how to comb hair.
Yeah.
I can't even get a pom-pom or ponytail.
I have dreads. I don't comb my hair.
I'm like, dude, you're pulling my hair out. What are you doing?
I know when I'm sick and everything and stuff. When I'm sick, I can't take care of myself. He'll give me a bath and comb my hair and put clothes on me and ponytail my hair.
Now I have had that except for the ponytail. Look, I'll get a scarf. I'll get a scarf on my bonnet and be like, you ain't going nowhere, no way. But I at least still want to give you a bath and rub you down and lotion you up, just put you back in the bed. I'll get the scarf or bonnet, so I'm thankful and grateful for that.
Now, vice versa and everything. Now, if he's sick and everything, look, I'm gonna give you a medicine and.
Right. Why do we do that? What's up with that?
I'm not going all out like you did it for me.
What'd you say, Connie?
I said, damn, that's cold. Just shut the door and leave me.
I'm drawing the bath and I'm giving you your medicine, but I mean, I love you.
I don't even do the bath. Nope. Like I said, when he's sick, I give him his medicine, whatever he needs, and that's it. But if you're asking me to give you a bath, to do all the other stuff, no. I'm rubbing feet now.
And we all types of babies and shit like that. We grown babies around here. We gotta get our diaper changed and pacified. Come on, y'all. God damn, it ain't that serious. We just want our back rubbed. Damn.
No, but when it comes down to me, then that's a different story. Look, you have to take care of me. I expect me being taken care of. So.
Yeah, I guess we just worth our weight in gold. That's all we are. Oh, ladies, it was a wonderful time this evening. I am so glad y'all joined us because this was a
Shoot,
trip.
I'll rub his feet. I'll rub it all. Leave me alone to die.
All right. But ladies, is there anybody y'all want to give a shout out to? Anybody y'all, anything you want to promote before we let you go? Anything that you got coming up that y'all want to talk about? I want to give y'all the floor, starting off with how we did the introductions. Let's start off with Marie first.
I'm good right now.
We're going to circle back around her.
You have to start putting me live.
Michelle?
Well, I just want to promote in general mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to be individuals who are healthy and taking care of ourselves physically and mentally before we can enter any kind of intimate relationship. Yes. So if you're needing to go see a counselor or a therapist or a clinical social worker, please go and get the help that you need to be the best you that you can be. True that.
Yeah, and I would actually want to add on to that. I'm so glad that you said that because I am actually look. You don't have to. I thought you had to have money. I'm not gonna lie. That's the reason why I avoided trying to get mental health for a long time because I thought you had to have money. I thought that a therapist was something that the rich Hollywood people went and go do. I want to let y'all know that is not true. I'm actually getting set up with a counselor myself. I'm indigenous, meaning that I can't afford that myself. You know, I'm not no big balling ass nigga over here. You know, I'm just trying to take care of the family. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it does not take money. It does not take status. It does not take any of that. Everybody has access. You just need to go down to your county hospital and ask them, how can you get help? They'll help you with your mental. They'll help you with your medical. They've got resources out there. They are not going to promote them because they really don't want you taking advantage of them because the money that you don't take advantage of, they can use in the military budget. But you need to look out for your own mental health. Fuck they military. Get out there to your county hospital. Ask them where you can get help. You are indigenous. You need help. And they are going to guide you through the process. All you have to do is stay true to it. Because what happens, I know because I suffered for over almost 30 years now from my mental health being just completely ruptured and destroyed. And I'm just happy I was able to find somebody who did not let me give up. Because every time I tried, I always gave up before. Don't give up. Get out there. Get that help. You don't have to pay for it. But it will pay you off in the long run.
Also, it's not just for women. Mental health and seeing a counselor or, like Michelle said, the social worker or someone, it's not just for black, white, yellow, red, purple, green, blue, man or woman. It's for everyone. So don't let that stigma, like Eric was saying, oh, it has to be for the rich man or, oh, you know, I'm not of a certain stature in my job status, or you know, I'm not known around town, or I'm not black or white, or I'm a man.
That is not an excuse.
It's no excuse.
If anything, especially a black man, you need it.
Right. In the black community, I don't understand why. This is how we were also grown up. What happens in this house stays in this house. But sometimes what's going on in the house needs to be told in a hospital or with a counselor somewhere. So please, go and get the help. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you for that plug, for saying that. Connie, any last words or, you know, some shout-outs that you want to give?
Well, I want to give a major shout-out to everybody. We've been getting together on Sundays. I really, really appreciate it, and we're very respectful to each other. And I live about being respectful. That is a pet peeve of mine as well. And for those that are really struggling, homeless, whatever it may be, you know, their situations, I just, you know, hope they find someone or an organization to guide them, you know, help them out. You know, the babies out here, that's the soft spot in my heart, you know. Hope that they are being taken care of, the best that they can be, that they're not starving or anything or living in a damn box like they are from where I'm from. But with that being said, on the mental illness or any type of problems you're having, because I deal with a lot of mental health in my job. With that being said, there's a lot of other things that go on with us. I will say I spent 7 years talking to a lady that is a counselor, psychologist actually. And then I did that because of the transition of my childhood into a relationship that I had been in a marriage, and couldn't wrap my head around a lot of things that didn't make a lot of sense to me, and I didn't want to repeat the pattern, so to speak. People have to understand, we as women and men as well, the way you're raised and what you see in your environment is not always a good thing to bring out whenever you're grown. You need to correct some things. There's nothing wrong with correcting them. Because as you know, Eric, I did that show with Tyree about abusing women, and he stepped out to do the show. He's done it a couple times for me about how you're supposed to be beating a woman, and how his struggle was to change that, and how many relationships he's had in his life.
He was an actual pimp. He was.
Yes.
Yeah. He had girls. He used to have girls on the corner. He used to abuse his girls, and that's the lifestyle that he knew.
It's a learned environment. So, just everyone, and I'm glad she brought that topic up. There's a lot of different areas other than depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever it may be. There's a lot of things that sometimes when we get grown, we know that things don't make a lot of sense, and we need to correct those things that we learned as a kid not to do when you're grown. And that's what I went for, because I wanted to change what the environment I came from. Because I came from a bougie environment, but a lot of those type families have a whole lot going on behind doors because you can't let anybody know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how they are. So, with that being said, much love to everybody. Appreciate it. And great closing there. I appreciate her bringing that up for real.
Thank you.
Yes, man. Thank you, Connie, because I don't know if hold on, let me turn my mic on. But now, I don't even know if I told if I even explained that Connie is the reason I'm doing radio, reason why I have a podcast. She was the inspiration that got that started, and with all her credentials, with everything that she has accomplished in her life, I got to say she has been one of the most influential people in not just my life, just period, just in everything that she's done. So, Connie, I just want to say thank you. You've been here the whole ride with me. That's funny because we're going over all these potholes and stuff. We've been riding together. The boys in the back seat bouncing around.
Yeah, I haven't asked you about him lately, but no, I appreciate that very much, very, very much, and I appreciate y'all. I feel like I've known you forever, and I don't always have that kind of a pickup feeling vibe from people. I'm kind of funny about people, and Eric can tell you that as well. But I appreciate all you ladies, and I'm not lady friendly. I am not. He can tell you, women are not my forte.
Right.
But I like you guys, though. So
thank you.
Big deal for me.
Right.
That's why we're gonna be looking into getting that three biatches in a pit bull, or pit bull and 3 biatches. How they go?
3 bad biatches and a pit bull.
Yes,
it's still there.
Yes.
It's ready to go.
We're gonna be about to get that up and running. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. 2022 is the year. For real. So, ladies, I want to thank y'all again. We're going to be in touch with y'all about our future shows, I definitely would love for y'all to be on, especially if I got some men on there, I love to hear y'all, because I'm going to just, set the fire and step back.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We had that show one time. We had a bunch of guys and women.
Yes.
That's been a few years ago, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was down when I was living in Clearwater, so it was definitely, that was a great show. So I can just imagine how it's going to be in the future. So y'all ladies be on the lookout for an invite, and we definitely want y'all to stay tuned with that, okay?
Will do. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much. And like I say, like, share, click it on Facebook and all of your social media, Instagrams. Y'all also get other people, your friends and stuff like that. Get up some different ideas. Shoot them to me. You know, also get their opinions. Have them like and click and share. That way we can grow this broadcast. And we're also going to be doing other topics in the near future, like we were saying. Y'all are going to love it. We got some good things coming soon, so y'all gotta stay tuned.
Yeah, speaking of good things coming, y'all make sure y'all tune in to Reggae Hour on Thursday, February 10th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna have Sasik live. Great reggae artist, upcoming reggae artist who has been putting her thing down for the past couple of years and has now starting to make some major waves. And y'all, we would love for y'all to tune in. That's Reggae Hour Thursday, February 10th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And with that being said, yeah, and we also going to give a shout out to our sponsor, Southside Beauty Care, where you can go and get all of the beauty care, skincare companies. Right now, they got a special $5 fragrance sale, so make sure y'all go and check that out. Inspired by. That's the name of the brand, you know what I'm saying? Because it's inspired by some of the top brands out there. You can take these oils and make your own colognes, perfumes, your own fragrances, your own lotions, your own shampoos, however you want. It is the basis, and you're going to save at least 75% on them name brands. So go ahead and check it out at SouthsideBeautyCare.com, and make sure y'all tune in on Thursday, February 10th for Sasik. This here is New Dolly House by Sasik here on BOSS Radio, baby. You already know what it is.
I'm in the mood tonight. No, Dolly House can't work when rude girl at work. Lazy boy, I fig it up and splurge. Sure. Loving a one is just a joy. We spend quality time with a boy. Me love the pain, we feel the rain. Like when we are pop a champagne. Come my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me. I say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that gets me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss, and him liquor and it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man who treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when we dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise. Ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise. Ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that gets me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss, and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Loving a guan is just a joy. We spend quality time with a boy. Me love the pain, we feel the rain. Like when we are pop a champagne. And my body ever ready when you get me off, you pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me now regret it, make sure you have your money broke man that gets me upset. Cause the last boy will look me on a brag and a boss, and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex. Me love a man who treat me good, protect me like a treasure. Keep me safe through any storm and any weather. Every day him just treat me better and better. Wife's a seek a trendsetter. Him love it when we dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise. Ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Him love it when me dance about love can't run out. This is something fit about a body a paradise. Ever nice. Good love make him feel nice. Come my body ever ready when you get me happy, pet me and cherish me like say me is a pet. When you get me no regret it, make sure you have the money broke man that get me upset. Cause the last boy will look me and a brag and a boss and him liquor while it's still not ready yet. Feel me body ever ready and me know me at the base. Only rich man can get me flex.
BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS